This is a how to do starts from a stop with gas video, and it is more of a troubleshooting video for those people having real problems. If you're looking for a quick video how to do this definitely is not the one for you. I'm going to run through some points in no real order. This video is totally based on this clutch exercises part 1 video. We're going to use everything that was in that video, from holding the clutch at the bite point, getting the car to roll around, to moving our clutch foot in steps, to not using the word slowly. And I wanted to say, if you can pivot your ankle, pivot your foot up to the bite point, then use your leg to bring off your foot, that works much easier than trying to use your whole leg to move your the pedal around the bite point. That is so much more difficult than just pivoting your ankle to the bite point. I made a video about high and low clutch engagement. Some cars, they have a worn clutch. The clutch will engage very high. Some new cars have a new clutch that engages very high. You might have trouble engaging that clutch by just pivoting your ankle, your foot up to the bite point. In that case, you're probably going to have to use your whole leg. So the steps are still the same, but you're going to have to make adjustment how you move your foot up to the bite point. I wanted to show you real quickly the difference between movement and rolling. Movement could be any kind of little jerk. Rolling is the car is actually rolling. People make the mistake of popping their clutch out when they feel the car jerk, and they say, oh well, the car was moving so I popped my clutch out but it's still stalled. Only when the car is actually rolling, clutch comes out. Not when you feel a little bit of jerk in your butt. Look out the window, you'll see it rolling, then clutch comes out. If somebody tells you to move your feet like they're connected with a string, like one goes up, the other goes down, that is wrong. Don't do that. Your feet are doing two very different things independently, and you're holding your clutch, waiting for a car to roll, giving a little bit of gas. They're not like a seesaw. They're not going up and down like that. So don't even bother trying that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to just move the car with the clutch, and we're going to clutch up in steps or inches, whatever you feel comfortable. Clutch is going to bite. Car is going to start to roll forward. We're going to hold our clutch at the bite point, let the car roll about 6 feet, and then we're going to come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. So clutch up in steps or inches, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch. Car is rolling. Hold that clutch. Let the car roll a couple of feet. We're going to come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. We're going to do that 2 more times. Clutch up, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Hold that clutch. Let the car roll. Come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. Going to do it 1 more time. Clutch up, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let the car roll. Then we're going to bring it to a stop. We're going to clutch in and brake. Okay, so pretty simple. That's just to make sure you understand how to hold that clutch, let the car roll, and then come to a stop. Now move on to step 2. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do the exact same thing, except after the car starts to roll, we're going to let out our clutch, let the car roll a couple of feet, then we're going to come to a stop, clutch in and brake. Clutch up 1 inch, 2 inch, 3-inch, hold that clutch. Car is rolling. I'm going to let out the clutch. Let the car roll. Clutch in and brake. Okay, going to do that 2 more times. Brake up, clutch up 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch. Let the car roll. Car is rolling. I'm going to let out my clutch. Let the car roll a couple of feet. Clutch in and brake. Going to do it 1 more time. Brake off. Clutch up 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch. Hold that clutch. Let the car roll. Car is rolling. Clutch out. Let the car roll a couple of feet. Clutch in and brake. Okay, now step 3. For step 3, you're going to do exact same thing as before, except when the car starts to roll, you're going to do a 4 count, and then you're going to let the clutch out. So clutch comes up in steps, hits the bite point, car starts to roll, then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, then clutch comes out. Let the car roll a couple of feet, then come to a stop, clutch in and brake. Don't confuse the count with the steps. So it's 1-inch, 2-inch, 3. That has nothing to do with the count. Clutch comes up, hits the bite point, car starts to roll, then count. Clutch up 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch. Hold that clutch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clutch out. Going to come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. Okay, going to do it again. Brake off. Clutch up 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch. Hold that clutch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clutch out. Let the car roll a couple of feet. Clutch in and brake. Okay, going to do it 1 more time. If the car is rolling back slightly, just clutch up to your bite point with your brake on. Clutch up 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch. Going to release the brake. Up another inch. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Car is rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clutch out. Let the car roll a couple of feet. Come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. We'll do it 1 more time. So that count is after the car starts to roll. Not when you feel a little bit of shake or anything like that. Only after it starts to roll. So brake off. Clutch up 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch. Car's rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clutch out. Let the car roll a couple of feet. Come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. Okay, so now you can hold your clutch and let the car roll a couple of feet. You can hold your clutch. You know when it's rolling to release your clutch. You can hold your clutch until the car is rolling and give yourself a count of 4 and then release your clutch. Now we're going to move on to adding gas. So the first part about adding gas is you just want to sit there, handbrake up, and car's in neutral. and you just want to rev it up to 1500 to 2000. It doesn't have to be precise. You don't gotta go obsessive about it. And just sit there and hit the pedal a couple of times. Don't think about it too much. Just hit that pedal and see where it lands. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to give gas first. Then we're going to bring up our clutch. It hits the bite point. Car starts to roll. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, then clutch out. All the while we're giving gas, that 1500 to 2000 RPM gas. Okay, so handbrake down. 1500 RPM gas. Clutch up in steps. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Cars rolling. Hold that clutch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clutch out. Okay, let's do it again. Give gas. Clutch up in steps. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Hold that clutch. Let the car roll. Car is rolling. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Clutch out. Come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. Do it again. Give your gas. Clutch up in steps. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Hold that clutch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clutch out. Clutch in and brake. Okay, so now we did that on a 4 count. We waited to 4 and then we released our clutch while giving gas. What we're going to do now is do that on a 3 count. Exact same thing, except clutch is released on a 3 count. So give your gas. Clutch comes up in steps. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Car's rolling. 1, 2, 3. Clutch out. Come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. Going to do it again. If the car's slightly rolling back, just ignore it. Clutch up in steps. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Hold that clutch until the car starts to roll. 1, 2, 3. Clutch out. Come to a stop. Clutch in and brake. We're going to do it again. Give gas. Clutch up in steps. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Wait for the car to roll. Car's rolling. 1, 2, 3. Clutch out. Okay, so we did that on a 3 count. Now we're going to do the 2 count. Exact same thing, except clutch is released after the 2 count. Okay, so give your gas. Clutch comes up. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Hold that clutch. 1, 2. Clutch comes out. Okay, gonna do it again. Give gas. Clutch comes up. 1 inch, 2 inch. Hold that clutch, let the car roll. 1, 2, clutch comes out. Do it again. Give gas. Clutch comes up. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Hold that clutch. 1, 2, clutch out. Do it again. Give gas. Clutch comes up. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Car's rolling. 1, 2, clutch comes out. Okay, so now you can do it on a 2 count. We're going to do it on the 1 count. Alright, so you're going to give your gas. Clutch comes up in steps. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Car's rolling. 1. Okay, give gas. Clutch comes up in steps. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Car is rolling. Clutch out. Give gas. Clutch comes up in steps. Wait for the car to roll. Remember that. Car's rolling. Clutch out. So now you can do it from a 4 count down to a 1 count. What happens when you get into an emergency or you're panicking, things are going wrong? You're going to always go back to that 4 count. You count it out loud. I find counting out loud is better than doing it in your head. Why? Because when you do it in your head, you're really thinking about it. When you're doing it out loud, you're basically moving your feet to your voice. And I think that works a lot better, but that's just me. And so if you're ever in trouble, you're on a hill, you're in traffic, go back to your 4 count. Alright, so there's 2 more videos about starts if you're having problems. There's how to troubleshoot slow starts and how to do blip throttle starts. And thank you for subscribing and watching, and I hope it helped.